Do book covers matter? Yes, that is the short answer. Yes, a good book cover matters. The long answer is, essentially, if you don't have a good book cover, people aren't going to pick up your book. You're not going to make sales, or it's a very low chance you'll get those things. Of course, anything could happen. You could have the worst cover ever, but people that find interest in the title or the content could pick it up. That's true. Nothing I say here is set in stone, but it is done through a lot of research. So book covers matter because they're essentially a trailer for your book. They're what catches people's eye and will make them actually want to pick up your book. What if you have a bad book cover? Well, a few things could happen and might happen. You won't get any sales. You won't be able to get your story out there properly, and you will probably just fail, at least with that story. But if you spend the time, the money, and the effort getting your book cover ready and making sure that it is good, you will most likely be able to get more readers. That's because if you're like me, an indie published author, your stories will be either on Amazon or some other book sharing service that just shows the cover when people are searching for it. And of course, there's a lot of other factors that go into it, which is SEO, which I'll go over another day. But the book cover is the most important part, mainly because it's the only thing they will see. When they're scrolling through, unless they go directly to your book through a link or some other process, they won't see your book unless they are searching up a specific genre or anything else. And even then, they'll probably just scroll past it. Unless your book cover is eye-catching and easily able to get their attention right away, nobody's going to get your book. And that's not me being mean, it's the truth. People literally judge books by their cover. The fact that the sentiment of don't judge a book by the cover is even a thing in publishing is really sad, because people do judge books by covers. That's just the hard truth of it. It doesn't matter how good your book is. If you cannot catch the attention of other people, you're not going to sell a book. So here's what you do. Unless you're a very talented graphic designer, or you're doing a very specific alternative style within your niche, do not design the book cover yourself. You can definitely make samples and concept art and send that off to an artist or a graphic designer, but do not make it yourself. It's good to practice these things, because as indie authors, we really need to be good at as many skills as we can. But really what you should do is make the concept art and then send it off to an artist or graphic designer. I'm in multiple Facebook groups of authors who are sharing off their book covers, and I'm finding two main issues. One, they're doing it themselves and it's really bad. Either they're not very good at Photoshop, or they just aren't fully fleshing it out. And it's totally fine to just come up with a first draft of your book cover. And even when you upload your book to Amazon or any other online bookseller, you can change it eventually, and that's totally fine. If you just want to publish your book just to start getting the things going with it, that's totally fine. But again, you'll run into those issues of where you probably won't get many sales organically. The second issue is AI. A lot of authors are using AI now to create their book covers, and for the most part, they look okay. But it's very distinct, and you know that it's made by AI, and a lot of people don't like that, myself included. I'll definitely share all my thoughts on AI one day. Right now, all I'll say is I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's using any skill or talent, and you can easily get an artist to do the work for you. Great for concept art, but not good for just trying to save money and cut out a whole process of the book making. So I would suggest making it for concept art and then giving it to an artist to fulfill that book. Because if you really want to sell your books organically and have a longevity to your book and your book sales, you really need to have a great cover. you really need to make sure that the cover itself is a trailer for your book and shows off the idea of your book. The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson is a fantastic cover. It shows two armored warriors standing across from each other with this giant open chasm. And there is some alien flora and fauna, some alien plants, and their armor looks different, and they have these massive swords. Now, if you have no idea what The Way of Kings is, that's okay, because the cover tells you everything you need to know. It is an epic fantasy story set in a foreign world with really cool armor and knights. And for a lot of people, especially fantasy authors and readers and writers, that's all they need. For a lot of people, just showing a dragon or a knight or a magician or whatever is enough to show them, hey, this is something that you will probably enjoy. That's why book covers are so important. So, thank you so much for watching. Have you designed your own book covers? Do you hire an artist? Have you tried AI? I don't want to bash on anybody who uses AI. I just don't think it is a very good way to create a good book cover. But I would love to have a discussion about this in the comments below. Let me know what you think, and I hope you have a great, fantastic day. Thank you so much.